Do you find yourself trapped in a cycle of negative thinking? We will explore 5 powerful strategies to break free from the addiction to negative thoughts and cultivate a more positive mindset. Negative thinking can become a familiar companion, strengthening what we call the ego. This tendency is often fueled by something known as the pain body. The pain body thrives on reactions from others and negative thoughts, creating a cycle that's hard to break. Ever notice how the ego enjoys a bit of drama? It has a tendency to inflate itself, especially in emotional states like anger. It's almost like negativity becomes a source of fuel for the ego, making it feel more significant. Now, let's talk about the pain body. It's like this invisible force that feeds on reactions from others or negative thoughts. It's that part of us that, oddly enough, finds nourishment in not-so-great situations. The ego and the pain body team up, making negative thinking a powerful force in our minds. Recognizing when we're in the grips of negative thinking requires something crucial: awareness. Think of awareness as a spotlight that shines on our thoughts and emotions. Without it, we might unknowingly get entangled in the web of negativity. People sometimes resist letting go of negative states because, in a strange way, they find an identity or even enjoyment in them. It's like the ego and the pain body have convinced us that being negative is part of who we are. Anger, one form of negative state, is particularly tricky. It's often clung to because it gives the ego a boost. Catching your thoughts is the initial and crucial step in breaking the addiction to negative thinking. It involves becoming aware of the thoughts that pass through your mind on a daily basis. These thoughts, often automatic and ingrained, contribute to the negative thinking loop that we aim to dismantle. The power lies in observation. It's about stepping back and paying attention to the ongoing chatter in your mind. Many negative thoughts may be so habitual that they go unnoticed. Catching them involves bringing these thoughts into your conscious awareness. Mindfulness plays a pivotal role in this process. It's not about judging or changing the thoughts, but simply observing them as they arise. This act of observation creates a mental distance, allowing you to see your thoughts without being entirely consumed by them. It's akin to being an observer of your own thinking process. Catching your thoughts is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. It requires a conscious effort to tune into your thoughts regularly. This can be done throughout the day, especially during moments of heightened emotions or stress. By consistently catching your thoughts, you start to identify patterns and themes, uncovering the root of your negative thinking tendencies. This tip is not about self-criticism or blame for having negative thoughts. Instead, it's a gentle acknowledgement that these thoughts exist. The act of catching your thoughts is like turning on the light in a dimly lit room. You start to see things more clearly. Labeling your thoughts is an effective strategy to break the cycle of negative thinking. Rather than getting entangled in the content of the thoughts, this tip encourages you to create distance by giving a name or label to them. It's like stepping back and objectively observing what is passing through your mind. The essence of labeling is to categorize thoughts without the intent to change them immediately. By assigning a simple descriptor like negative or unhelpful, you detach yourself from the emotional weight these thoughts may carry. This detachment is crucial as it prevents you from being overwhelmed by the negativity and allows you to see your thoughts from a more objective standpoint. Labeling is not about judgment or criticism, it's about recognition. It's a way of acknowledging that a particular thought is not serving your well-being in that moment. This acknowledgement empowers you. You become the observer, not the victim of your thoughts. This strategy is effective because it interrupts the automatic response to negative thoughts. Instead of being swept away by the emotions these thoughts trigger, you pause and label them. In doing so, you gain a moment of clarity and control over your reactions. Labeling your thoughts is a skill that improves with practice. It involves developing a non-judgmental attitude towards your own thinking. The goal is not to eradicate negative thoughts, but to change your relationship with them. By consistently applying this strategy, you create a mental habit of stepping back and labeling your thoughts, gradually diminishing their impact on your overall mindset. Accepting and redirecting your thoughts is a practical strategy to shift from negative thinking towards a more positive and constructive mindset. The essence of this tip lies in acknowledging the negative thoughts without resistance or attempts to forcefully change them. Acceptance is not agreement. It is an acknowledgement that a thought has occurred. By accepting negative thoughts without judgment, you prevent the internal struggle that often intensifies their impact. It's about allowing these thoughts to pass through your mind without becoming deeply entangled in them. After acceptance comes redirection. Once you've acknowledged a negative thought, consciously steer your focus towards more positive and constructive thinking patterns. Redirecting involves actively choosing to shift your attention away from negativity. It's not a denial of the negative thought, but a deliberate decision to refocus on thoughts that contribute to your well-being. This strategy encourages a flexible mindset. Instead of fixating on what went wrong or dwelling on negative aspects, you adapt by acknowledging, accepting, and redirecting towards a more constructive outlook. It's a method of reprogramming your mental responses to challenges, cultivating resilience in the face of negativity. Accepting and redirecting is not a one-time solution, but a continuous practice. It requires a gentle and persistent effort to guide your thoughts in a positive direction. Over time, this process becomes more natural as you build the habit of accepting without attaching undue emotional weight and redirecting towards more constructive thoughts. In the quest to break free from negative thinking, appreciating moments of joy and gratitude emerges as a transformative strategy. It involves intentionally shifting your focus from negative thoughts to moments of joy and gratitude, actively seeking out the positive aspects of your life. Appreciating moments of joy is about recognizing and relishing the small, positive experiences that happen throughout your day. It's not about waiting for grand moments, but finding delight in the ordinary. A warm cup of coffee, a friendly greeting, or the beauty of nature. By consciously acknowledging and appreciating these moments, you interrupt the negative thinking loop and infuse your day with positivity. Gratitude, the second part of this tip, goes beyond momentary joy. It involves cultivating a mindset of thankfulness for the positive aspects of your life. This isn't about denying challenges, but recognizing the good amidst them. It's an intentional shift towards acknowledging and being grateful for what is going well. Appreciating moments of joy and gratitude acts as a counterbalance to negative thinking. It doesn't dismiss difficulties or struggles, but reframes your perspective, emphasizing the positive elements in your life. This shift is not about ignoring challenges, but about building resilience by nurturing a positive outlook. Establishing new patterns and activities is a pivotal strategy in breaking free from negative thinking. It involves intentionally engaging in actions and routines that promote positivity and well-being. The idea is to create a shift in your daily habits, steering away from the patterns that reinforce negativity towards those that contribute to a more positive mindset. This tip recognizes the power of routine and habit in shaping our thought patterns. By deliberately incorporating activities that bring joy, fulfillment, and relaxation, you influence the overall tone of your thoughts. Engaging in positive patterns helps create a mental environment that fosters resilience and optimism. These new patterns and activities can take various forms, depending on individual preferences and circumstances. It could include simple practices like regular physical exercise, engaging in hobbies, or incorporating moments of relaxation and self-care into your daily routine. The key is to choose activities that bring a sense of joy and fulfillment, helping to counteract the impact of negative thoughts. This strategy is not about drastic overhauls, but incremental changes that align with your preferences and lifestyle. It's about identifying activities that resonate with you and incorporating them into your daily life. By doing so, you not only break the monotony of negative thinking patterns, but actively introduce elements that contribute to a more positive mental state. Establishing new patterns and activities is a proactive approach to mental well-being. It's about creating an environment that supports positivity rather than leaving it to chance. This strategy encourages consistency. Engaging in these activities regularly reinforces the positive shift, making it a natural part of your daily life. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and stay tuned for more insightful content.